Good evening, Hoenn headquarters. Wow, it's just been too long. I could start this video talking about how people haven't uploaded, but instead we've got way too good of a battle to be wasting our time. I actually, tonight on this recording, have that Acestar guy on the phone, and So I have a battle versus this guy. His name is Jack with way too many K's in it, which means, yeah, that's that YouTube partner guy. Anyway, let's get this rolling. Gonna go Celebi on Arcanine here. Oh, we're just getting a hot start right to this battle. Anyway, I don't like this matchup at all. This is a bad matchup. But I go into Blaziken immediately, not really wondering what this thing was going to do. Probably go for a fire move. But he goes for Howl and follows it up with Extreme Speed, and that does way too much damage. Let's go for the Rock Slide. And after Leftovers, it's going to be a 3-hit KO, which is not very cool. That means I have to switch out now, like this instant, knowing that the obvious Extreme Speed is coming, and I'm going to get an Intimidate off. And that's lovely. So I see Extreme Speed here being a 4-hit KO, leaving my Salamence free to Dragon Dance as he pleases. And I go for Earthquake, which should have done that a little different. You notice one of those cool little things there. Salamence has a very cool aura around him. Why, I don't know. Maybe it will fix itself. Now, I've got a cool aura unlike the rest of my video. I'm really not sure why. Let's see if that fixes. Nah, it won't fix. Whatever. You could just enjoy the orange Skittles on top of my Pokemon. I don't know. So, I go for the Hidden Power Flying. I misclick here. Wanted to go for the Fire Blast that I don't have. And Umbreon on Skarmory is a pretty good match for me if I carry Taunt, but I don't. He just goes into that Breloom. And Jack's going to go for the Spore. It's probably the common Spore punching, sub-punching deal. And for some reason, I think Synchronize would put him to sleep, but that's not quite the case. So he's going to go into Raikou here, which I'm going to go back to Celebi. Now, at the beginning of this Raikou, I honestly thought it was going to be a big threat, sub Calm Mind, but he just goes for Calm Mind right off the bat, which kind of leaves me a little curious as to whether he's even carried Substitute. So I'm going to Leech Seed here because, consistent damage is good. He's going to go for Hidden Power, and unfortunately it is the Grass Hole, so he won't do jack to me. Ha, made it funny. Go for the Heal Bell, and whatever status was inflicted to the other party member, I'll go ahead and get rid of it. Not like I remember what it is. That's not important though. He's going to go back to Breloom knowing that I probably can't touch him bar Psychic, and I go into Dugtrio either wanting to trap his Breloom or his Raikou. I get his Breloom, and he's like, oh, that has Aerial Ace, doesn't it? And I'm like, yeah, it does. So, score 1 on the board. He brings in Mince, which is a very common response to Dugtrio. I can't touch this thing with an Iron Pole. I have to go to my Mince. He's going to DD up. Now, this is where I almost make a very large mistake, not going into Umbreon here or something to stop this thing. But he's like, Travis, I have no Dragon moves, so I'm just going to swap out. And I was like, okay, swap out +1 minutes, that's cool. I'm going to go into my Claydol, which is actually a Fortress. Miss Sav nicknaming for the win. And he's going to go back to Mints, and I'm going to go for that Zap Cannon, which is going to hit and paralyze this thing, which is just absolutely lovely. I mean, Fortress can now get a really good look at this Mince because, he's paralyzed. And now he's got the aura. And I'm going to switch out to my Mince, get an Intimidate off. This guy's paralyzed and intimidated. And after that, Hidden Power is a 3-hit KO from this range, meaning I can bring something else in if I wanted to. And I believe I do. Oh, sorry about that. Random Skype call. In comes my Blaziken here. Number 1, I wanted some Death Fodder in case he did get unparalyzed. And then he made a joke. He's like, I have another Intimidate user. I said, I bet it's Gyarados. I'll go for Thunder Punch for no reason at all. And Hidden Power Flying will take out the Blaziken, obviously. And I'm going to switch in my Claydol, which is actually, that Fortress thing, and set up some spikes. And he's like, I don't have Fire Blast, I have Flamethrower. And I was like, lol. Bye, Fortress. It was well knowing you. I feel like in the beginning of this battle, I just made a lot of misplays in the way that I could have easily kept a couple of the Pokemon for later, but I didn't. Bring in for another free Intimidate. His Salamence is at -2, so it's not going to be doing jack diddly squat balls. I can take Hidden Power Flying all day. and set up my dragon dances. Now he's going to bring in his Skarm, I guess to test the waters if I do have the fire move. I'm at +3 now. And I just go for the rock slide, but I miss. So he's like, I'm just going to be a troll and go for a drill peck. And I was like, okay, that's a cool story, bro. You should tell it again. I'm going to go for the rock slide. It misses twice. And another drill peck brings me down to the dark red. Isn't that lovely? So finally I hit my rock slide, and it only does a 4th, and drill peck takes out my mitts. This is the part where I was talking to Ace over the phone, and I was like, I've lost 3 already. And he's like, what? So I bring in this Celebi that appears from this time portal from under him. I guess it was ripped through time. I don't know how that happened. But drill peck is only doing about a 4th. I am almost max defensive, but I have max HP bowls. And the weak sheet is just sap sipping right off that Skarmory. He's going to bring in Starmie. I mean, Salamence. Wow, it looked like he clicked Starmie, but whatever. So he brings in Mints here, and I guess he figures I can't really touch him if I lack any kind of moves. So he's just going to go right for the Hidden Power Flying, and I go for the Leech Seed, and Hidden Power Flying does not even do half. So that is wonderful for me. I think 212 in defense. So I can easily just continue to take that. Now he's going to swap out here to Arcanine. And Arcanine's going to take some spikes damage, and I'm going to recover off. I guess Fortress was able to put 1 layer down, and that layer is going to matter a lot later. So he's going to set up a Howl here, predicting my switch, and I go into Umbreon. Now I could Wish Protect all day long, but his Hidden Power, unfortunately, is fighting. And I can see from that, it's a 3-hit KO. And I'm just going to go ahead and Toxic because I would like to put some damage, continual damage on Arcanine. Otherwise, it's going to be a very dangerous House Sweeper to take down. Now, he goes for the Fire Blast here. It does a pretty decent chunk, actually. But I'll be able to Wish Protect that right off, which is wonderful. But this thing can still set up Howls and still mess up Umbreon more than I would like it to. I was kind of surprised he didn't switch on my Protect, but he's just going to Howl up. And I believe here he will go for the Hidden Power Fighting. If he doesn't go for the Extreme Speed. Now, my thought process with this Arcanine is, okay, Celebi resists Hidden Power Fighting so well. I am bold, so even at +2 or +3, I can take it and let the Toxic kill him off, right? So I'm going to keep Wish Protecting, as Hidden Power Fighting is still a 3-hit KO, even with a +2. So there's the double Protect, and Umbreon is just like stalling this Arcanine so well. It's so beautiful. But I swap here into my Celebi, thinking he'll go for the Hidden Power Fighting, and he goes for Fire Blast, and this does such an immense amount of damage that I just don't even understand anymore. It did way too much. But that's okay, because now Arcanine dies, and it's no longer a threat to my team. So in comes Starmie. Starmie's a dangerous thing. I didn't know if it had Ice Beam, so I want to go ahead and switch to Umbreon, which is probably still Starmie's best counter. You know, because Toxic and Pursuit's a really good way to get rid of it, forcing it to swap out, and you can just Wish Protect. So he's going to bring in Skarm. Now, if I had Taunt, Drill Peck would be the only thing he could hit me, and I have the Taunt Pass predicting his Skarmory to go back into my Celebi, because I know I can Leech Seed and Recover Stall this thing to death. Hey, we're almost to the original part of the video in which I lost it. Isn't that wonderful? So, Jack is going to take this opportunity to set up some spikes, and more spikes, and probably some more spikes. And it's kind of funny because it doesn't really matter. Like, in all surprisingness, he's going to roar out my Dugtrio, and he kept telling me, he's like, that's the one thing I want to die on your entire team. I want it to take spikes damage. And I said, well, Jack, you realize I have Leech Seed, and he was like, damn. So he goes into his Mints here, I guess predicting my Dugtrio to stay in, which I actually do, and go for the Rock Slide. And after Intimidate, it still does a nice chunk. It could possibly kill it on the next round, but quite frankly, I don't want to test the water, so I just go right back out to Umbreon. It's kind of funny, this entire battle, whether I needed to wall attack physically or specially, I went to my Umbreon. So, If I could, I would put like a Zero Coon name right above that Umbreon. Yes, that was a shout out to you, Zero Coffee, whatever your name is now. I don't even remember. So, this is absolutely lovely if Skype would kindly shut up. You know what? Give me like 2 seconds, mate. I have to close Skype. Okay, thank you. So, Wish Protect stalling. It's happening. And he goes back out to Storm. And I go for Toxic. Good prediction on Jack's part. Obviously knowing I have the Toxic. He sees the Baton Pass, he sees Wish Protect. So obviously I can't touch this thing, and his Drill Peck can't really touch me. So Baton Pass into Celebi, and I'm gonna get hurt by Spikes, and that's gonna hurt, and it kinda sucks, and I hate it. So I'm gonna go to the Leaf Seed here, and Roar goes off, and here comes Dougie again. Spike damage again. Leaf Seed again. You can see his angry face. His faces are crossed. He looks kind of like Blarg from Super Mario World 2. Okay, he doesn't anymore. Gonna swap back to Umbreon again, and he sets up his third layer of spikes. And I guess the fact that I can Wish Protect and Wish Pass all over this team for support was the reason spikes didn't really matter. His main target at this point in the game is my Dugtrio. He like really hates that thing. But in comes this little Cyberman who will not die, also known as Celebi. And or Little Bitchling or Sir Bitchling as I call it. And go for the Leaf Seed. It doesn't really do anything because you know he's already seeded. But of course he's not going to switch because he has Stab Drill Peck to work with, and I can just recover, seeing the damage between the amount of damage between the Drill Pecks and my Leaf Seed and my lefties and my recover. Yeah, not too worried. In comes Umbreon again, and here comes my Celebi, and we're just going to keep doing the loopity-law all over again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Now then, all through this match... Oh wait, sorry, I'm ahead of myself. Ignore me. So I go for Protect, knowing he's going to Drill Peck again, and I don't really care. He probably doesn't care either, but, you know, that's okay. Leaf Seed goes off. And finally, I see the rest. I wondered all game if he had it, and I see it, and I'm just like, well... My attacking moves are a Dugtrio that's banded, which does not do Jack Disarm, and Leech Seed. So I go to Umbreon on Spikes, and it was kind of funny. Ace was like, Travis, your attacking moves are Toxic, Leech Seed, Hidden Power Bug, Earthquake, Rock Slide, and Aerial Ace. How on earth did you take out the rest of his team? Oh wait, I shouldn't spoil that. Oh, okay. Alright, so here goes Starmie on Umbreon, and the switch into Celebi, and this is like an amazing deal, because I'm curious if it has Ice Beam, and I see the Ice Beam. And I am able to take that Ice Beam really, really well. So two things. I wondered early if Starmie had Ice Beam, and I wondered if Scarm had Rest. And Jack, I want to take this opportunity and moment to say you hid that Rest so well. It was almost like, I don't even know. But I never knew you had it. I never would have guessed it. You hit it really, really well. You played a very offensive-oriented Skarmory, and I wasn't really too worried. So it looks like my Celebi's constipated, so I'm going to switch out to my Dugtrio. And from this range, 186, I am going to take this Starmie out with Earthquake. I was calcing this in my head. I was jolly, so I was really surprised that killed, but it did take it out. And me and Jack have been going on and off about it. The last 5 minutes of this battle are the absolute best. He's going to bring in his Salamence, come in and intimidate me. He's going to go for Dragon Dance either way, because the rest of my team is either slow or can't hit it back. So he wants that attack power and focused on taking my guys down in one shot. So he goes for the Earthquake here, and I just Wish Protect this thing, and it goes pretty well. I'm able to take it pretty well. And it matters a lot because I will be able to continually stall this thing out. He's going to set up a second Dragon Dance, and that's a very scary thing. I would really not like. I would like to not think about that because it's really really scary. But here we go. It is earthquake time, and then I just bring in my duck trio. I think I just missed that. Hold on, let me back up here. This thing is glitching so bad. Okay, move down, maybe. Anyway, okay, protect, dragon dance, +2. Yeah, we saw this part, Travis. Yeah, thank you. We appreciate it. Oh my god. This is like the worst battle we've had. Oh, okay, I used the 0 IV's baton pass to take the Earthquake and go out to Doug Trio, get a free switch into Doug Trio. Now, I hate Earthquake a lot, but it's time to go for some rock slides, ladies and gentlemen, and that does a very nice chunk, not being intimidated. He's going to flinch. He could swap if he wanted to. I'm kind of not really understanding why he did or didn't, but I told him, and he realized it, that it'll be the game if I kill him, and I do. Between the Leech Seed and the Rock Slide, I take them out. In comes Raikou. He's going to go immediately for his hidden power, but Rock Slide will take him down to 123 and flinch him. And a second one will take him very close to, knocking on death's door, but he will get off his hidden power. And that is just very, very sad. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've saved the best of this battle for last. I'm going to bring out my Umbreon here. And this is going to be just amazing. Okay, so my Umbreon is at yellow health. He's at 50. He's going to go ahead and go for the T-Ball after I go for the Protect. Now, I was in my head calculating exactly how much I would take because I'm defensive Umbreon, not specially defensive. But after double Protect, I will be able to get enough special defensive prowess to live this T-Bolt and go for the Toxic. Now, after leftovers, he's at 110 HP, and the Toxic is going to start wearing him down. He's at 90. I go for the Protect, obviously, after going for the Toxic. Recover lefties and that and that and that. And Poison Time. He's going to go for another T-Bolt, but I get a second Protect off. Yeah, this has to wait just a second because we need a... Okay, that was a very crappy drum roll, but that's okay. Now, guys, I want to tell you, and I have to make sure my recording is on to this. Okay, everything's good. Let's get back to it. I get an incredible feat here. I get my third Protect, and at this point, my jaw has just dropped to the floor. Because on this third and final turn, I have dropped this Raikou with my Umbreon. And that is just wonderful. So, in comes his Scarf, he's asleep. And I was like, Jack, I have Wish Protect Umbreon. You have Drill Peck Storm that once Drill Peck is gone cannot touch me. So, we both make a unanimous decision and we run. As a good game, rate, comment, sub, thumbs out, peace.